record this. All right. Who else is here for this? Can I get some hellos or speaks something?
I'm here.
Okay. Cool.
Also here.
All right. So the topic of this breakout session is just kind of the breaking down a couple different parts of the Django application, specifically settings.py, the two different urls.py files, and the views.py files, right? So I'm going to start a new project so that we can kind of hop back and forth between the different parts and actually see everything. So I need to go into my virtual environment. So cd my environments, call Django scripts activate. Cool,
Why
cool.
is it necessary to go into your virtual environment?
I have to create a Django application.
Oh, you're creating one. Okay.
All right, so Django admin, Django break, Django parts, Django admin start project, Django parts. All right. So let's go into there, open this bad boy up, and then I'm going to actually make a couple different apps. So I'll say Python manage.py start app, app1, and Python manage.py start app, app2, right? So let's start by hopping into settings.py, right? This is the first step that we need to take when we're setting up our projects. This file just has a lot of the little bits and pieces that make everything run the way that it runs. Yesterday during the session that we talked about the session, there was some encryption stuff going on behind the scenes, and this secret key helps in that partially. This is what's used to kind of handle some of the encryption stuff, so we need that. This base directory is basically just saying these are the build paths inside the project. So it just kind of directs everything into the actual Django project itself. Debug equals true is what makes it so that when you get those nice error message pages with the yellow background and it says multi-value dictionary key error, debug equals true handles all that. When you actually deploy your website, you don't want that. You would change that to false at that point. Allowed hosts. This is where we will be putting the IP address if you deploy your website. But again, for setting up your Django projects, this is really the only section that you need to worry about. Occasionally, like I know Cody came to me with an issue he was having where all of the timestamps in his database were 7 hours off. That deals with this time zone. You could either change this to America/Los Angeles or set use TZ to false. Either one should fix that issue. And then this static URL is saying it's going to look for a folder called static. But really the only thing that we want to put any focus on, the one thing we want to make sure that we touch every time that we make a new project is this installed apps, right? We need to know, we have a project, right? This Django parts is our Disney World, right? But is Disney World anything without the individual parks that make it up? I mean, right now they're all closed, but we need to know which applications make up the project itself. So I have two apps, app 1 and app 2. So I need to say app 1 and app 2, right? These are the two applications that are part of our Django project. So as far as what you need to know about settings.py to make things work, that's the only thing that I want you to really focus on. The rest of it is stuff that's just being handled for us. You don't really need to care about those at all. You know, if you go buy a car, you don't say, "Hey, I'm going to buy this car," but only if you tell me exactly how everything happens, right? If you're a big car person, maybe, but um, most people, you go buy a car, you don't say, "Okay, but exactly how does the fuel get from the fuel tank to wherever it goes," right? You don't need to know all that stuff. Um, all right, so that's settings.py. That is the extent to which you need to worry about it or care about it or do anything with it. So close out of there. The next stop is urls.py, right? This admin thing, these two lines, we don't need because we're not adding administrative capabilities to our sites, so we can just get rid of them.
Is that like if you want to have like an admin user that has like executive control over everything?
Yes, and
Okay.
Django has some tools built in that you can use for that kind of stuff,
Okay.
but we're not going to be dealing with them, so we just get rid of it because it's just extra lines that are not actually doing things.
Right.
So this part right here, in our settings.py, we have this saying we have two apps, and this will make it so that Django knows where to find things in those apps, right? But in order to actually get an HTTP request to the right place based on the URL that's being accessed, we need to kind of divvy things out here. So I'll add two paths in here. And remember, I need this include, because include, let's see, path, I'll say home, and then include app1.urls. Let's see what happens if I hover over include. Okay. Let's see. Import the include function from Django, blah, blah, blah. Add a URL to URL. Oh, I don't think I've ever actually read this stuff before. But this actually gives you some stuff, including another URL conf. So what this is what we're doing. We're saying that we have another set of URLs that we want to add things to, that we want to be able to use, right? We have two apps. How do we know which app to send things to? And the way that we do that is based on these URLs. So if my URL starts with home, it's going to go to app one. If my URL starts with, I don't know, let's say dashboard, then it should go to app two, right? So in app one, we need to make another urls.py, right? This URLs in Django parts is for saying which app is actually running, which app do we need to go to based on the HTTP request, right? The HTTP request has the URL that's trying to be accessed. It has, if you submitted a form, it has post form data. It's got a ton of stuff in it. But the key thing that we want to focus on is the URL itself, right? So if I go to, let's see, window, if I bring this here, if I go to, localhost 8000 slash elephant or slash I think the two apps that I have set up are home and dashboard. So if I go to slash home slash show all things, right? What is the first part of this URL? Anybody?
Localhost 8000.
Well,
Sorry.
after the localhost
Oh,
8000.
home.
So when it says
Home.
so the first part is home. So what happens when I do this and if I hit enter, it says, okay, I want to make an HTTP request to here. And it says, okay, let's go to localhost 8000, right? So that takes us into our Django project. And then from there, it says, okay, so now that we're in the project, where do we go? We take this whole thing and say, what's the first part of this? The first part is home. So because of this, we say, okay, we're going to take the rest of this and go hop into
Show all things.
app1, right? So it will go into app1.urls. Currently, there's nothing here. So if I run my server, what's going to happen?
It's gonna come up with an error.
Nothing. It's just going to break, right? Because there is no app2.urls. Let's make that just for now. urls.py. Let's run our server again. We get this. Let's see. Module object is not iterable. So it's looking for URL patterns in one of my URL files, right? I don't have that set up yet, so I can't do anything. So I need to say from Django.urls import path, from .import views, and then have my URL patterns. And all this is this is the list of directions, essentially, right? I say path, and then let's see, what is the route that I just tried to go to? Slash show all things. Slash show all things goes to views.show all, right? This is supposed to be just a list of directions saying, if you've gotten here, we've already matched the first part of the URL, which was home. And we're trying to match the second part of the URL, which is show all things. So we match that and we say, okay, so what do we actually want to do? We want to go into views and run show all, right? And in our views is where we have a bunch of methods. So let's say in here I have show all things, path slash show one slash int thing ID goes to views dot show one thing. So this one should be show underscore all. Takes a request and then does something, right? Print hello. And then I'll import redirect and HTTP response just so that I can redirect. I'll eventually need HTTP responses just so that I can say return HTTP response. This is the page that will show all things, right? And now this guy here is saying app1.views has no show one thing member, right? So remember, this is a list of directions. This is saying, okay, so if this is the URL that's being accessed, right? Remember, the first part has to match from in here. If it starts with home, it needs to go to app1's URLs. So it hops into app1's URLs and tries to match the rest. If the rest of it is show all things, then it runs this function, show all in your views file. If it matches this, we need to run the show one thing method inside of the views file.
What's
Currently,
what's the ID part for?
um,
The int.
it's in this hypothetical situation, I want to show one thing, right? And what do you think the most logical way to pull something out of the database is?
ID.
Right.
Oh, we're working with the database. I didn't realize that.
We're not actually, but I'm trying to go off of, URL patterns that are going to match the kind of things that you're doing.
Right.
So that's why I did that. So it's just there's a return. You probably remember this assignment from a while ago, where I'd say this is a placeholder
Right.
for thing and number.
But do you
thing
have to
ID.
put the F?
Because of this guy. This
Oh.
is, I'm taking this variable from here, right? And putting it into the string. If I didn't have that, it would just literally say, this is a placeholder for thing number thing ID.
Right.
But if I use the F string, whatever thing underscore ID is
It'll pull it
from the URL, it'll just
to-
use that. Yeah.
to render it, right?
Mhm. But notice now that I've created a show one thing function inside of my views.py, I don't have any errors anymore. Right? That's because these directions, right? This is saying, okay, you're trying to go to this URL, after matching the first half of the first part of the URL here, match the rest of it to here. So what function should run? Show all, which is right here. So if I run my server again, okay, so now I'm getting an error because app2 urls.py does not appear to have any patterns in it. And that's because it doesn't, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say from Django.urls import path, and then URL patterns equals an empty thing. So now my server is running. So if I go to localhost 8000, I get this page not found because it's saying using the URL conf defined in Django parts.urls, Django tried these URL patterns in this order, right? In my Django project urls.py, how many URL patterns are in here?
Django.
2, right? I have home, dashboard, dashboard. So it's trying to match the URL that was put in to one of these, but it's not there. If I go to /home, it says, okay, it tried these URL patterns in this order. It matched this home to here, and then went into app1's urls.py to try and match the rest of it. But it couldn't because there was nothing else to do. So after it realized that it couldn't match everything in here, in app1, it said, let me try app2. Then it says, well, I have home, and app2 only has dashboard. So I can't go there either. So it says, nope. But if I
What
went
was
to
it looking for?
just /home,
Oh, and it doesn't see /home. Okay.
right? It gets home from app1, which is why it goes into app1's URLs and checks all the things in there, right?
Okay.
But the URLs are home/show all things or home/show one/ some number.
Okay.
And when the URL is just /home, that doesn't match any of those things, right? It's like if I said, I want a red car, and you say, here, I have a red. And it's like, but I wanted a red car.
Okay.
You say, but I have red. And it's like, that's not the same thing. You're just giving me red. I need the whole thing to match, right? So but now if I go to home/show all things, this is the page that will show all things. And in my views.py, that's this guy, right? Show all. Because going to /home/show all things sends the HTTP request to my server. First step after realizing that we need to be in our server is checking the URLs to see where we need to go. Like, what direction do we need to go? Where are we going? We're trying to go to /home/show all things. So which app do we want to go into?
Whichever one has the route that you're looking for.
Right. So in this case, where am I going?
I don't remember which one has that. Or does it show it right?
Look at what I have on the screen, right?
Yeah, but we cannot
Okay.
see the complete. You're going to show all things, right? Home in a home, you're going to show all things.
Do you not see the two windows that I have next to each other?
I see those.
Do you see Chrome on the left side and
Yeah.
okay?
You're going to
So-
the app. It's not app1 URL. App1
Right,
URL.
exactly. That's what I was looking for. And why am I trying to go to app1.urls?
Because it has
in
home.
Right, because the first part is home. So we match the first part to here. to one of these patterns in my project level URLs, right? So I want to go to app1. App1 urls.py, not test.py.
Show all things view. Show all.
What method do I want to run now?
Show all views dot show all.
Right. Which is this one.
Okay.
Right? So let's see. I'm gonna make a couple more things.
So your return HTTP response is a constant reminder that you're going to the local 8000, right?
Well, so HTTP response, all that does is it's just a way to get something to show up on the browser without having to create a whole HTML page. This is just for like testing things to make sure that the server is going, the request is going to my server and that a response is being sent back, right? So I'm going to create a little exercise for you guys, and I'm going to upload this on GitHub, we'll just walk through it. We'll run through it. So
I have a question.
yes.
I was wondering if there's a way that you can make localhost 8000 your root page instead of having a slash and then something after it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, what would you put to get
You
that?
just don't put anything.
You just put like slash, or you put just the
Nothing.
right there? Oh, okay.
If I have nothing here, and then in my app1 URLs, I change this to nothing.
Oh. Oh, okay.
So if the project level URLs has an empty string as the path,
Yeah.
and then inside of that corresponding app levels URLs, you have a route that's an empty string, that will just be localhost 8000 with nothing after it.
And then is it returning like a render request?
I don't know.
Is-
What does the
is
method do?
views.showAll? So is that requesting the HTML page called showAll?
No.
Oh, views. It's running that function in views, whatever dot showAll it. Oh,
Exactly.
return request. So right now you just have it as a string.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly. But I'm going to go back here and put that there, and put this back to /show all things. Finish getting this whole thing set up. Purple banana, views dot elephant toe. Let me get rid of this guy. Let's start with just this stuff. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to. I'm going to put together a little worksheet for you guys with this stuff. So I think that might help. Oops, I went to the wrong place. Google Docs. Nope, not there. Okay. So settings.py. Oh, that's neat. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay. And then there. I'm going to do this. Okay, and then F2, we have urls.py. Okay, and here, use.octopus. Okay. Django routing worksheet. Follow the path. Localhost 8000 slash dashboard slash. Okay. Everybody check Zoom chat.
Zoom chat. I don't see anything in Zoom chat. Oh. Cool.
All right. So I want you guys to take 5 to 10 minutes going through that, and then I will come back and we will go over these solutions. So there's a breakdown of what is in each file from the settings.py all the way down to, so your settings.py, it's got your installed apps and the urls.py in your project directory. And then your app1 directory has your urls.py and the views.py. And then app2 directory, the urls.py and the views.py. So I want you guys to go through and follow the path and show me and write down what is going to, what is actually going to be displayed for each of those routes.
When I click the link, it says you need to request access. So I did that.
Get a shareable link.
Ah.
Try this one instead.
Okay. Will do.
You won't be able to edit it, but on a piece of paper, just write down your solutions. I'll be back in 5-10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
How's everyone doing?
Doing all right.
Oh, hey Dakota, what's up?
Hey man, how you doing?
Good. Doing a little bit of a worksheet on flow of information from settings to URLs to views. Trying to have them follow the path and match
Oh, gotcha.
things.
From the breakout session
Mhm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
So where do we post these?
We'll go
answers?
over them together in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I just came back from the bathroom, so I just started.
Okay, that's fine. Take another couple minutes.
It was a really good practice. Thank you.
No problem.
Shouldn't take me too long. What's the first one? I don't want to like hold everybody up.
No, just
All right.
do it. Do your stuff.
Where was I?
Oh, Dakota, check your email. You should have gotten information about signing up on walkabouts. You should be good to go now.
Yeah, I just did it and set up
Awesome.
my office and stuff.
Nice.
My door is currently locked, but I will unlock it
I think mine's locked too.
in a bit.
Yeah,
Yep,
if you
mine
leave
is
it
locked.
unlocked all the time, that's how the infected get in.
Exactly. You don't want infected people to get in.
Right.
Where's your office at, Dakota? I might have to refresh.
Yeah, I don't see
Follow
it,
the
but
following.
it's
What
up at
is
the
the
top.
message going to read?
I think it's next to
On your
Jory.
browser.
Oh, cool.
Show all things.
Hey, I see
Okay.
it. Welcome to the office.
Thanks. I think Nick
Ooh,
has
they
one
got you
too.
sitting next to the big dog. Okay. How come Richard
Oh.
doesn't have an office? He should have an office. Hey, there's Nick.
He doesn't want people talking to him.
Let me go check on my cup noodle.
Sounds delicious. Page. Where is it? Orange dashboard. F2. Oh, I see what he's doing. So where is it? Oh, that's F1. F2. Views. Okay. 3. Four. Okay. Yellow tomato dashboard. Almost there.
Mhm.
Where did it go? Okay. Okay, almost. Okay, so 6. Green hat.
Cody, just a quick question.
Yeah.
Can we have a breakout session for the front end as well? I mean, like how to write the front end code. I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
that is where I'm stuck right now.
Okay. I'll set up another one of these little worksheet things. Let's plan on having one of those at about 2:00 today. Is that good for you?
Yeah. That's
Cool.
fine.
Yeah, we'll do one at 2 today.
Sorry, what was that? I missed that.
A breakout session on front end stuff.
Okay, cool.
Like Bootstrap and
Oh,
like
so Bootstrap is so when you
how
say
to
front end
design
stuff,
the front end. I mean, how to design the front end, like to get it projected on the on the web page.
so do you mean specifically for like getting data from the back end to the front end, or just making it look nice?
Just making it look.
Okay, so that'll be something that we'll cover a little more during project week, I think. It's not really relevant. Like for the belt exam, I honestly don't care about styling. I care about it to an extent, but I'll see how things go today. Maybe you and I can, if you check that Calendly link, I can. You know what? Screw it. We'll do it. 2:00. I'll do a Bootstrap demo.
I think I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Green hat.
We could make the front end demo like a whole Jinja,
Yeah.
how to get stuff from the back end to the front end and how to
Mhm.
make it look nice.
Yeah, we can do
together.
that. We can
That
do a
could help people
2-in-1,
out.
a 2-for-1.
Yeah,
A
that'd
good
be
old
good.
twofer. Let me add that to my calendar so that I get that time blocked off.
Okay. Right. All right. I think I got.
Cool.
I sent you a message, Cody. Did you see it?
On Mattermost,
On Zoom.
Zoom.
I don't know which one is the best. I send you messages on like 6 different platforms.
Okay, I see it. Yeah, Dakota, I will send you a link to my calendar, so you should be able to see it. I think I can make this public, right? I should be able to.
What are we
I
doing
don't
now?
know. Nothing. I was just trying to get breakout session stuff figured out with Dakota for scheduling things. Anyway, is everybody done with the worksheet?
Yes.
Yes.
Is anybody not done with the worksheet?
Yes, I'm done.
That's the real question.
Patty, what about
Anybody
you? I
not
know you were
done?
working on this too.
Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay, cool. So let's walk through. Let's go through. So let's see. Number 1, localhost 8000/home/show all things. What should show up?
Page will this is the page that will show all things.
This is the page you at.
Let me
This is
pull up
page
the
that will
doc.
show all things, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so localhost 8000
Oh, yeah,
/show all
this is-
things. So or /home/show all things. So it should go here, to /home and go to app1.urls. Show all things should go to views.showall. So it should be, yes, this is the page that will show all things. Cool. Everybody got that one?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep.
Number 2, localhost 8000 /dashboard/orange.
You were at the octopus.
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 Mm-hmm. Right. Perfect. Localhost 8000 /home/telephone.
Here.
You're at the ear.
Oh, I got Demogorgon.
Ha 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 ha. There's not even a Demogorgon, Tash, you jokester. Cool. You're at the ear. Localhost 8000 /dashboard/yellow/tomato.
Bean sprout.
Yeah, the bean sprout.
Cool. Localhost 8000 /dashboard/purple/banana.
Elephant's toe.
Elephant's toe.
Right. Localhost 8000 /home/green/hat.
Yellow shoe.
Yellow shoe.
Yellow
Boom.
shoe.
You guys are all masters of Django routing now.
I was thinking you were gonna put in like a tricky one that's like it wouldn't actually render or something. It would return an error.
No, I didn't want to throw that at you yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can we
was
talk
that,
about how? Oh, go ahead.
was that pretty easy for everybody?
I found it.
Or was there anything confusing?
No.
I found it pretty easy. Like it was kind of a memory refresher for me. Yeah, I feel like I do get most of this stuff, but I wanted to make sure. A friend recommended this breakout session.
A friend? Okay.
Does it become confusing when URLs have variables, or if functions redirect? Does that confuse anybody?
That's where I was. My question. I was just wondering, like, how when it brings in the word redirect, or at the top where you're
Okay.
showing us use py redirect and then HTTP response. Wait, what?
Okay, so let me take some time. I'll work up some more challenges, and I'll get back to you with another one.
All right.
Okay.
I was wondering, how would I go about getting more help with or learning more about? Still kind of fuzzy on making things render like that. Like if you were going to submit something in a form and have it render. Getting all that.
What specifically on that? Like which part of that is getting you
Like-
caught up?
Like putting the part in the HTML
Mhm.
that is, it's like a post request, and
Okay.
then linking that to whatever it is in like views or models or whatever, or yeah, just following through on that whole concept, like when you
Okay, so let's break it down.
like
When
making that
you
work.
click submit on a form
Yeah.
and it goes to another route. Actually, so let's finish up this one first, and then you and I can follow up with a one-on-one on that.
Okay.
Okay, so let me tweak some stuff here. Okay, so this one is gonna get hairy.
Oh my god, really? I bet.
That's all right. Tash knows how to shave off certain mustaches. We're good.
Oh, are we just gonna do these right now?
I'm gonna give you a couple minutes again.
That's exactly how long it takes me to do these.
Hey, look at that.
How convenient.
Yeah.
Oh, I can actually see you typing it if I go to that page. That's cool.
Mhm.
Localhost. Is it getting hard to think of all these random variable names?
It is.
How
I'm
are
struggling.
you? Yeah,
I mean, if I didn't have so much experience with this,
I know. You could always crowdsource.
I could.
It kind of reminds me of living by a zoo or something. Like
Yeah.
platypus, what?
Yeah.
Fun.
All right. It has been updated. There is at least one very tricky one in here.
So we're using the same templates.
I added in a couple things,
You
so
changed
it's
them a
all
little bit.
still on there. Yeah, there are a couple methods and routes that have been added in. So
Or
there may be a trick one in here that has, you know, I threw a curveball.
I bet it's no localhost because no, that's probably like it's not gonna render.
No, well, but why? That's the thing. Is why.
All right. Better mute myself. Oh my god.
Oh, your God.
Let you trick me. 3.
I think I'm done.
I think I'm done.
All right.
If we're still working on these concepts this close to the exam, doesn't that mean that we're all going to fail?
I don't know if I'd say that.
Yes.
So, I mean, the thing is, obviously there have some shits happened.
Yeah.
So,
Understatement.
yeah. So, it's I'm not like it's okay that you're not totally caught up. There's a lot of stuff been going on.
Yeah, that's true.
Does it mean you might fail on Friday? Yes,
Yeah.
maybe. But that's okay. You can push your first take back to Monday. Everybody that's in here, I've seen working. They've been asking me questions and stuff like that. So I'm okay
Yeah.
with you guys taking that exam on Monday. Gives you a couple extra days of practice and stuff. But again, you do get 3 takes. So it's not the
That's
end of the
true.
world if you fail your first time or even your second time or even your third time. There's always more chances. Well, not always, but for the most part.
Yeah, everyone's kind of at their own spot. Everyone's struggling in their own way,
Yeah,
dealing with what's
everybody's
going
different,
on.
No, there's no 2 people are exactly the same. That's just, people deal with different things differently. And that's okay.
That's true.
Yeah, but how do I deal with being sucked into the void of my own background?
That I cannot help you with.
Now you got to teach me how you did that because I missed that little instruction, Tash.
So if you go to like your little video, you should have like an audio and video thing on the bottom.
There's a little up
Um,
arrow next to
Yeah,
video.
there's a little arrow next to video, and you can
Yeah.
click on choose virtual background. And there's some that are built in.
Oh,
I got the
Mine-
Northern Lights, and they're moving now.
Mine didn't come with any built-ins on Mac.
Oh, mine might have because I have a pro license because I'm a pro. I can also do a little dance.
What? Hey, you're a meme. Awesome. This is hilarious. This is so great.
But there's a little
Nice.
plus
Uh-oh.
sign that you
You
can
scared the dog.
choose. You can add your own
oh,
thing.
sorry.
You can add your own. Oh, you can add your own background.
Yeah, and you already
Yeah.
figured that one out.
Yeah. Don't add an inappropriate background.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Now I see.
I wonder if I have any other pictures I could choose from. I should focus on schoolwork.
I got this little guy.
What is it?
Little Coding Dojo logo.
Oh yeah. That's very professional, very
Yeah.
polished.
There's some more that I can do too. Let's see. What else do I have in there? Nope, not that one.
Oh, it's already. I didn't realize it's noon.
Mhm.
So. What do you recommend on the? Still working on that last project you recommended, and would you prioritize that over like the reading for now, and then like finish the project, then get caught up on the reading?
Which project are you doing?
Let me see. I'm doing semi-restful TV shows.
I would just keep going with that one.
Yeah, because then
Yeah, I'm
I
doing
didn't
that too.
I didn't get through the reading up to what is it, Bcrypt
Yeah,
yet.
that's fine. Yeah, the Bcrypt is specifically for login and registration.
Right. So it's not
So-
relevant yet. So
Right.
might as well just
Right.
stay focused
Yeah.
on where I'm at.
And the Bcrypt thing is really going to be, that's one of those scenarios where it's like, hey, just copy and paste this. And, there's like one tiny thing that you have to tweak. But for the most part, it's just built-in logic. Bcrypt is just for encrypting passwords that we store in the database. And there's not a whole lot to go over because it's supposed to be secret. So,
Okay.
all right. How's everybody ready to get a little bit louder now with these?
Yeah, we can do
these
that.
things? Cool. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Number 1, localhost 8000/home/duckbill. Where do we go?
I
What
got you
happens?
at Octopus.
You're at Octopus.
Let's see. Home is app 1. URLs. Duckbill goes to views.
Oh, we
the
got
cloud.
Cody. He's got a cool,
Yeah.
unique background.
Yep. Redirect to dashboard/orange, which is
Wow.
the second one.
Legit.
Oh, cool. That is
Right.
nice.
Cool. Yep. Number 1, you are at the Octopus. Number 2,
Okay, I got an infinite loop.
It's a loop.
Yep.
It's
Loop.
going
Yeah.
through no, and again it keeps doing the same thing.
right. That was the trick. That
I
was
just
the
got
trick
that.
question.
What kind
That
of
one
blue
doesn't
screen?
work. Yeah, you get a broken computer on that one.
Okay, good.
All right, number 3, localhost 8000/dashboard/orange/yellow.
I got
The
you at
Octopus again.
Octopus again.
You're at Octopus
Yeah.
again.
Use .fungus, return to redirect to home duckbill, which indeed, duckbill platypus, which redirects. Yep, that was just a whole choo-choo train of
If this was a real website, this
redirects.
would be a great way to annoy your users.
Yeah. Yeah. And then localhost 8000/home/dog/ear. Whoops, that should be ear, not eart.
Oh.
This is the page that will show
Oh,
all.
wait a second. If
Things.
there was a typo, then it wouldn't work.
Right.
So I
But
should have
if it was ear, it should
Okay.
have gone to
This
use
show all things.
pumpernickel, which goes to show all things. Right.
Show all things.
Cool.
I like this
Yay.
assignment. This was fun.
Yeah.
So much fun.
You got to go on a little adventure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wish best exam was like this.
Yeah, exactly. I could do that.
Oh yeah, can this be the belt exam?
No. No. But these concepts will be used on the belt exam. That's something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hopeful.
If it's only the back end, then it's good. But when the front end part comes, that's where.
We'll do some front end stuff at 2:00. I'll make an announcement on Mattermost and in Walkabout to get everybody ready for that. But so you guys good on paths now? You guys are masters of routing.
I think I'm okay.
I think
I got
so.
one more for you.
Oh really?
Cody, just a quick question. What happens if the back end is all good and the terminal is working fine, but the front end is not? You're not able to put it on the front end.
Then it does not work.
Because it's based on functionality, right? The test
Right.
has to be
Mm-hmm.
functionality.
Yep.
The test
So
app-
I don't care if it looks bad. I just care that it has all the information that I need, right? If there's a list of users, I should be able to see a list of users. If there's a form to add a such and such, there should be a form to add such and such.
They all should be working fine.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole full stack
Mm-hmm.
is, back end and front end.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we're holding our breath going, please work, please work, please work.
And we have 5 hours to do that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Are the next stacks like this, like more frameworks and like doing the front end and the back end?
Yep.
Kind of, is it like similar?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
You're going to be essentially doing a lot of most of the assignments that you're going to be doing the next 2 stacks are similar. At least when it comes to the full stack applications, right? All of our full stack applications are going to be CRUD applications of some sort where you can create things, read things from the database, delete things, update things. There are a couple assignments that you will literally do the exact same thing in different languages. Ninja Gold is in both this stack and the C# stack.
Oh dang, I should have finished that one.
You'll get to do it again.
Got the weekend.
Weekend, we have to prepare for the retake of the exam.
Very true.
Not necessarily. You could pass.
You could, and I think some of you will surprise yourself.
Guys, look in the chat. Kamakani wants us to be positive.
Yeah. Ah!
Rest in peace, eardrums. I wish I could practice the test. Wish you could do the test ahead of time, but not have it count as one of your tries. I want to like scope it out and see what it's all about.
I love how subtle you are, Tash. It's awesome.
Yeah, subtlety. I know what that is. I think the tests are like, you basically build out like assignments like what we've been doing.
Yep, they're very similar.
So like, I think if you can see yourself being fast at building them out, like, I don't know if I'm ready to build a Django with like a website and HTML pages and stuff. Like, I don't know if I can do it in 5 hours, but maybe.
So
Bet you can do it.
is planning to give the exam for $50.
Huh?
What?
What was that?
Thomas is talking himself out of the class right now in the chat.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's funny.
PayPal me $50. I'll give you. Yeah, you'll get thrown out and not get a refund. So
Yeah.
don't do that.
Oh, he's saying pay $50. What were you?
He's basically saying if you give me $50, I'll give you the exam. And then, so if you pay Paul, you'll be down $50 plus what? How much did you spend for this program? You'll be down all of that money. So don't do that.
Yeah.
Also, you won't actually know how to do anything. So
Knowing how to do things is tight.
And you're saying it in here. We all know that you're joking. But if anybody checks in on this,
yeah, director
gonna
of
look great.
instruction does hop around. So he's
and
got
Cody's
this link,
recording right now.
and I'm recording. So be careful.
I love that Kamakani. 20 bags of
Oh,
Doritos. What?
I didn't see that Thomas posted that in the chat. I thought that was Praneeth talking about that.
Nope.
Praneeth, what did you say earlier?
Sorry, Patty, you just said something?
What did you say earlier?
Earlier, I did not say anything. I said Thomas is ready to take our exam for $50. That's what I said. Thomas is ready to give our exam for $50.
I didn't realize that you were just repeating what Thomas wrote in the chat. I thought you were saying it. I need to look at my code. I was having a similar problem to what we worked on today.
I will have to admit, I love the fact that we're recording these. I can just watch these videos again and again and again
Mm-hmm.
to practice.
All right. Go take a look at the thing. There's a whole other thing. There's 2 more questions for you. Oh, wait, I didn't actually write the questions. Whoops. Give me 1 second.
Oh my gosh. My screen mirroring app just glitched out. There we go. A little bit louder now.
All right. The last part with parameters now. Go take a look at that one. Take some time.
What did you say the thing was that you're doing at 2?
Some front end stuff. So
Oh, right.
it'll be a 2-for-1, how to get information from the back end to the front end and using Bootstrap to make things pretty.
I didn't know you can teach front end stuff like Bootstrap.
Oh yeah, I can.
Wait, it's Bootstrap and what?
Getting information from the back end to your front end.
Oh, okay.
So a little bit of context, maybe some Jinja.
Mhm.
Oh, I need to practice those
Things like that.
things. Where was I? Hey, if there's a tricky 1 or 2 in here, there is only 2.
Aha.
Wow.
Ha ha ha
Ha ha
ha ha ha ha ha.
ha 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 ha. So funny. Okay.
So where is the boombox? I don't see boombox anywhere.
Aha.
It would, maybe it's an error.
It is not.
Let me see.
There's no boombox.
Oh my god, redirect. Oh my god, this takes so long. Where
198. Huh?
dot dot oh.
I think I'm done.
2. Dashboard.
Okay, that's just gross.
Almost there. What? That doesn't make sense. Dashboard.
How funny is this? I totally skipped and was like, well, 198 could be.
Yeah, the 198. I'm like, I don't think there is one.
Oh, but then you follow Sharpies.
Number of greenhouses.
Sharp is there. I mean, 198 is number. So it's an integer failure in the path.
So integer, but then he just has a
Yeah,
word variable.
so if you go to the rubber ducky, in the rubber ducky, you see request and the number of greenhouses. Number of greenhouses is the integer field.
Oh,
Sharpies.
it is connected.
I have, and it
So,
does F here, which shows the number.
well, so what is
That's
that going to
what
print?
What I did, it should show I have 198 too.
Oh,
Oh,
INT is an integer, which is
Yep.
198. I know that. Okay.
well, so it's
So
in
the number of
the
green-
path that's URLs that
the integer field, and the integer field, because there's an F tag here, it should show the number that we put in.
It
But
could be
where-
any number. It doesn't have to be 198.
where are we
though,
passing
right?
at
It can be any
198?
number, but Cody asked for 198 Sharpies, so it should have, I have 198 toenails. I mean, that's what I think. I don't, let's wait for Cody to answer that.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
is it because in the localhost / dashboard / 198 it's getting passed from the URL?
Yes. Like the path, if you see the path in the urls.py,
Yeah.
the path says integer in the place of number of greenhouses /sharpies. So say you place any integer, any number /sharpies. It will go to views.rubber ducky. In views.rubber ducky, the number of greenhouses, you have an F tag here in the HTTP response, and you have,
Yeah.
I have a number of greenhouses in the brackets, in the curly brackets.
I see that.
Yeah. So whatever number you place there in the integer field, that number will be replaced with this.
Oh, but where are you putting in the integer input?
Through the URL.
In the URL. like whatever Cody said, localhost
So
8.
the URL is passing that value.
Mhm. Because
Okay.
it's /dashboard/198/sharpies, right? And the route that matches is this one, because this is app2, which starts with /dashboard. And then it goes dashboard / and then this just means this is going to be a number. This part of the URL.
Oh, because it's a path, so it's slash and the integer.
Yep.
So it's looking for the integer, and then
So whatever's at this point in that
matches.
URL is this.
It's being told to replace it with that number.
Yep.
Okay, I sort of get it. Yeah,
Cool.
interesting. Maybe if I
That's
like
great.
copy it and actually like maybe if I run that concept in Django and like
Mhm.
actually print that out myself. then I'll get
So
it
let's
more.
go over this then. Number 1, localhost 8000/home/duckbill/boombox. What's that going to print?
Nothing.
You at
you know.
octopus.
You're at the octopus.
You have a views.beyonce. That's funny.
Yeah. Nope, it will not be the
I
octopus.
do not see the boombox. It
Wait,
should be
what?
error.
Look
What
at
is
this
it
guy
now?
right here, /duckbill/
Oh,
what's my name,
oh.
right? Here we had, this is just saying this has to be an integer. But this one is saying this can be anything. But these arrow brackets mean that this is a variable. So /duckbill/boombox would say,
Boombox.
my name is Boombox.
Wait, I have to go on
Ooh,
website
I see that.
to look at this.
Use.Beyonce. Okay.
Home duckbill boombox.
I did not see the new path that you put in. I was just looking.
Oh,
I know, I need to expand my screen here, make it bigger. There we go.
Views.platypus.
No, you're
not
going to
views.platypus. Do you guys not
What?
see this line on yours?
Wait, what?
going to
Oh,
view.Beyonce.
let me see. Path duckbill. Oh, I see it.
You don't see
but-
the one next to it? The one underneath it?
Oh, wait. There's two.
Mhm.
Duckbill. Why are there two duckbills?
It's a trick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one is /duckbill. This one is /duckbill/
What's my
anything.
name?
Wait, it's just asking for /duckbill. Oh, but then there is a slash after it. But
Yeah,
In the brackets, it's any string value, right? You can like,
right,
any value to it.
right.
Oh, that was a good trick.
Yeah.
Oh, duckbill doesn't have a slash after it?
The first one
Right.
does,
The first one doesn't have a slash.
but this
after.
one does. This
So
has
that one
/duckbill/
will work.
something.
Oh, I didn't even read the next line down. I just saw, duckbill.
Yep, that's what I did too. Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
it's like, oh, we got it. So then it goes, what's my name? Views,
It's Beyonce.
Beyonce. Oh, and then it
And
pulls.
then my name is.
My name is
What's my name?
It pulls whatever from the URL.
Mm-hmm.
Boombox.
Okay,
Wait.
but the
where's
URL
Boombox?
has to be. Oh, so it would just print what's my name, right?
No.
Because
My name is Boombox.
Mm-hmm.
what boombox?
I was like,
Oh, because that's
where's-
what's in the original URL.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. This is not something that is going to be changed by the user or anything. This is just based on what is created by the person who makes this. So like slash, like it has to pull from the URL, and the URLs are basically static.
Yep. But we there are times where we want part of the URL to not be static, like here, where I want to say my name is Boombox,
Okay. I'm
or
still
I have 73 toenails.
that's impossible.
I have 10 toenails.
Wait, unless you're like a serial killer and you're like collecting. You're like
You're
collecting.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
I feel like that's more logical than someone having a deformity that causes them to have.
Or maybe they just cut their own toenails off regularly and they just keep them.
Okay.
Yeah, not at that lunchtime.
That's equally as creepy.
Cool. So this help you guys out?
Yeah, I'm still getting to that boombox thing.
Yes.
I'm looking at that.
Well, you have this.
Box.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
You have this file. This thing. So hang on to that. Keep looking at it. Challenge yourself. Make some new ones. Make some projects and test things out yourself.
Okay.
For the time being, I gotta go hop into a meeting, so I will
Yeah.
return.
Thanks,
Thank
Buddy.
you.
You can see
No
your
problem.
Cool.